Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. We are going to be discussing today The Games Gods Play by Abigail Owen. I'm really excited to talk about it. I love this edition. It's so
Yes,
pretty.
it's so awesome.
I feel really bad. I got it for my husband for his birthday or anniversary gift or whatever. And then I'm like, well, I'm going to read it before you.
It's mine now.
um, I also apologize if I hit my mic because I talk with my hands and I didn't think this through, and I'm like, "Oh, I'll use my mic for book club." And then we all know I get really excited and animated.
Uh-huh.
But, let us know if you are let us know you're here, and then use a butterfly emoji if you read the book or a sad face if you didn't. We will be getting into a ton of spoilers, so if you haven't read the book, you can say hi, but then if you don't want anything spoiled, I would skedaddle afterwards. But, oh my gosh, there's a bunch of you. Hey, thank you so much
Thanks
for
for
joining.
joining. Yes, thank you, thank you.
I love seeing your rec on Jordan's, video. I'm so excited to hear everybody's thoughts on everything. Hi, Wendy. Wendy, are you back from your trip? Super excited. Hi, Ashley. I know, and you guys were awesome in Discord. I was really worried with how much, we were all on Onyx Storm, and literally, I think, like, a week and a half ago, there was nothing in the Games Gods Play
Right.
Discord, and I'm like, "Whew, okay, that's okay, we're all just waiting after
Yeah.
Onyx Storm," and then you guys showed up, so thank you so much. Hi, Tina. Hi, Wendy. Yes, aren't these books
I know
amazing?
they're
And
so
then
cool.
the thing I love too is,
Oh
like,
yeah.
all the details
Mm-hmm.
on here, and then, like,
Oh,
you
sorry,
might
camera
notice
moves.
the butterfly, the panther, the
Yeah,
tarantula, the owl, the fox,
it's
all the
super
things.
cool.
Yeah, at first I was like, "What random animals?"
Right.
It all makes sense. But thanks so much for joining, Katie. I need to get the physical edition because, wow, it's so pretty. I know,
Yes,
and
you
then the
do.
second one is chef's kiss as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Elise. Haven't gotten to this one yet. Hopefully this month, so I have to miss the live show. I'll definitely come back once I read it. Oh, well, thank you. I hope you enjoy it. You have a sad face. I know. It was really hard with Onyx Storm being in the middle of the month to just because we are all procrastinators. I finished this book 2 hours ago. April.
I finished it 15 minutes ago, so
That's
that's how I
okay.
roll.
We're just all procrastinators, but it's fresh in our minds. And
Yes,
man, it's fresh in my mind. I did
it's
start it
fresh.
on Friday, but I read 90% of it the last 2 days. Yay! There's a lot of butterflies.
Awesome, awesome.
Matt, that's my husband. I feel really bad too because I procrastinated so much. I planned on having him read and discuss with us too, but then I was like, "Yeah, sorry, I have it." Which I did also have the audiobook. I got it on sale when Audible had a super sale. I will say I do not recommend it.
Nope.
It's only a female voice, and I am not a fan of the way she does Hades' voice or a
Yeah,
lot of the males.
yeah.
Which I'm normally not picky, but this was not one I recommend. If you can read it with your eyeballs, it's short chapters, very, very
Yes.
short chapters, which
Yeah,
makes it easy to progress through.
yeah.
Yvette, thank you for showing up. Did you read the book, Yvette? I think I
I
saw you finished it on Goodreads. I was stalking to see where everybody was at on Goodreads. I'm on my way home right now, 2 more hours. I'm somewhere in Ohio. Uh, it's, like, so close, but so far.
Mhm.
And the speed limit in Ohio is a bit of a drag. It's so much slower than in Michigan. I read it in 24 hours. I haven't had time to type in Discord. Well, you guys are always welcome to add stuff in there whenever
Yeah.
you want. Even if you read a book months later, go in, just make sure you're doing the spoiler uh, bars. Uh,
Hmm.
but yeah, I'm all about chatting about books way after we're done reading them. The art inside, yes, it's definitely worth getting this edition.
Yeah.
I saw that, so cool. Heck yes, I did. Good job, Yvette. Ohio's the worst part of the entire drive. It's just a really slow speed limit, and there's well, now it's dark. Started this weekend, so plenty of time. I know.
Right.
Thankfully,
Hmm.
thankfully. Um, but yeah, with that, we will have spoilers from here on out, so if you haven't left yet, I mean, you're gonna get it spoiled. Also, if Matt is listening, if my mic's good, you can take off too, because I don't want him getting spoilers. I was like, "Can you listen to make sure my mic works?" But I'm making my husband drive so I can participate. I appreciate that, Wendy. He's just
That's
taking one for
awesome.
the team.
Right.
And with that, we will start talking about our rating. Out of 5 stars, what is your rating for this book? I like to know ahead of time just so I can, like, kinda gauge everyone's questions. Like, are they coming off a little hostile? That'd be why.
That's funny.
Um, I discussed with April. I think I'm gonna be a bit of an outlier with this one because it was a 3-star read for me. Which I'm really disappointed in. I liked it. 3-star to me is I liked it.
Hmm.
4-star is love, 5-star is like, this book changed me. So I still really enjoyed it. To me, I am a high stakes girly. This is what April is like. Maybe you're not a trial person, like a trial type theme, but I am. It just has to be high stakes. And to me, this wasn't high stakes, which I think knowing that going in might have like changed a little bit, but I think I'm probably at a solid 3, which is good. It's still good. I still liked it, guys. April, what was your rating?
So, as per usual, I'm the fluffy reader, so I really enjoyed it. I liked it. We'll get into the nitty-gritty, but I mean, I literally just finished it 15 minutes ago. So, I got it at a 5 star because that's who I am. And so I couldn't I was going back and forth like when I closed the book, I'm like, okay, 4.5 or 5, 4.5 or 5. What about 4.75? And I'm like, no, but I would read it again. Like
Mhm.
I would read it again in 2 months and still enjoy it and all the things. So I'm gonna stick with 5 star for right now.
That makes me so happy for you. Yeah, I just want and everyone's ratings are valid, and I don't want anyone to feel sad that I am not a 5-star. I still really enjoyed a lot, I promise.
Yeah.
I just always feel like I'm so critical of book club picks too. Like, I feel like this is a trend I'm starting that I don't wanna be starting.
That's funny. No.
Maybe I need to put less pressure on myself and be okay, I just want everyone to know though, I made so many notes because I thought it was
Yes.
all like, I had, like, the theories, I had the map, I was like
So
and
funny.
then I was like, "Never mind, it's kind of simple."
N-
Like, it's not
right.
that deep.
Hmm.
Uh, which is it's okay. Okay, map popped off, good. Even though I'm like, "Read it," and he's like, "You said that, like, blah, 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 like, that you weren't really into it," and I was like, "I still want you to read it so I can talk about
Right.
it."
Hmm.
Yeah, that's dedication. Tina gave it 5 stars. Ashley gave it 5 stars. It's Quicksilver all over again, guys. Like, okay, Yvette had
There you go.
3.5. Okay, I feel a little bit more validated. I'm not the only one, but it's okay. Bookish Daddy, 5 stars.
Hmm.
Sorry I'm late. I have been looking for order to this discussion. Yeah, Beth flew through this. Um, So, Beth, I can't wait. Oh, yeah, right here. 5 stars for me, can't wait to read the next one.
Yeah.
That makes me so happy. Wasn't high stakes, but people died. I just wanna point out, in cozy mysteries, they're, like, cozy, but people die in those too.
Right. I do have to say, so yes, but the narrator probably did not help any at all.
Yeah,
So, because she was super fluffy, like super fluffy.
yeah, I wonder if that's what did it for me too,
Yeah.
but even when I, like, got over that, rewired my brain because I was
Yeah.
like, "I can't listen to her read Hades anymore and still be a like,
Yeah.
any bit attracted to that man if
Yeah.
I just listened to her rendition of his voice," and so I rewired my brain to get past that. But, yeah, I don't know if that's because I tandem read it, so I normally
Yeah, me
tandem
too.
read fantasies because especially I'm very bad at pronunciation, which I can't wait to slaughter the names ahead. But, I tried to just read with my eyeballs, and I couldn't. Like, it was like I can't remember what name came up, and I was like, "See, I'm done. I'm already stuck at, like, and shippity I
That's so
can't
funny.
read fantasy. I can't do it, without audio. Okay, I got that one. 4.5, pure vibes and couldn't put it down. Had a few issues though. Yes, and we will. I can't wait to talk about all the things. How
I'm
much
sorry.
higher do you want the stakes to be? I don't the fact that people could come back to life was kind of where I was like, "Okay, we're just gonna well, like, not everybody, but, like, it just felt like people that we weren't attached to died, except Boone, and then Cerberus. Do we even know,
Oh,
like do we know what happened to him?
no. It
I'm
just
assuming he lives.
she gave him the pearl and then he just went away. So we
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't
Eh,
remember him coming back up.
no. No.
I would be very like, that was the one where I but then she gave him the pearl and sent him away, and I was like, "He lives. He lives. Watch him not live."
That'd be so bad.
The option of death during some of the trials is not high stakes. You guys, I also read Onyx Storm and, got halfway through when the moon hatched, so I don't know, there's just to me, there was just a lot more surface level things. I want in-depth, like, gut-wrenching emotional.
Right.
Maybe I'm slightly messed up, like, maybe I need to
That's
look into
funny.
this. Oh, so many people died.
Maybe it would die.
I wasn't attached to them, does that make me bad? I
Mm.
told Anthony, "Thank you for driving so I can participate in book club discussion." He said he wants to make sure the rental car makes it in one piece.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
Does that mean your car never got fixed, or what happened, Wendy? Oh my gosh. You can always text me about it too because that's poor Wendy. Goes on a trip and then the car breaks down.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, guys. I think I gave it 4 stars. Yeah, you read this a couple weeks ago. I forget that kind of stuff too. You tandem read and listen as well. Did you like the narrator? I don't normally, I'm not picky. For the narrator was not good. The audiobook was 2.5. I hated the aristocratic
Yeah,
British accent for the gods and the delivery as a whole.
it was
Yes.
crazy.
That's like, her accent kind of, like, reminded me of Lucifer from Lucifer, the TV show. And that's how I was like, "Okay, that if that's the closest I could get," because besides that, I was like, "This is" I looked up fan art. I mean, you can kinda see Hades in the picture, but I was like, "This is not the man I envisioned."
Right. Mhm.
I think if they did a graphic audio, though, it would be a lot more
Yes,
enjoyable for me, and I would definitely
absolutely.
re-listen to a graphic audio.
Yeah.
Grandma died,
Grandma
Micah
died.
Boone.
Right.
I was pretty upset about the grandma.
I know, that was so sad.
Well, and especially because she was, what am I trying to say? Like, she wasn't even a part of it. It wasn't
Yeah,
supposed to be, like that was kind of mean.
yeah.
Cerberus was fine at the end. They said he made it to the Styx, and he was mentioned at some point. Okay.
Gotcha.
Like I said, I flew through this trying to
Yeah.
finish it, but, so we can breathe a sigh of relief. But see, yeah, that's why I
Good.
was like, if he would have died, I
Oh
probably
my
would have
gosh.
boosted this up one and been like, "I need answers.
Right.
I need you to come back with, vengeance and fix this issue."
Mhm.
Okay, sorry. Like, the last little bit, I was just, like, zoning out, but then also trying to fly through it, and I was like, "Okay. Happy, happy, joy, joy." Like,
Yes.
to me, it felt like a Disney movie, so, like, I just except the epilogue, that did save it a ton for me, that, makes me really wanna, like, read the second book. My engine blew, it's still in West Virginia. Oh,
Aw.
no, that is awful. Okay, we will move on, I'm sorry. Okay, next question is, a lot of the gods were based on different characteristics, and the labors were on different characteristics. There was strength, mind, courage, and heart. Which one do you think you would fall under? I personally feel like I would be heart. I feel like I'm not very strong unless maybe it's emotionally, because apparently I'm fine with people just dying left and right. Mind, sometimes I wanna think I'm, like, really clever, and then I was like, "Oh, wow, I feel kinda dumb." Courage? No. I'm scared all the time. So I'm gonna go with heart, 'cause, that's just how I felt, like, in school too, like, I'm not the fastest or smartest, but if I just keep trying and keep going, that's all we need.
Mhm. Yep. Heart for me too. Same thing. Strength, not really. Unless you make me mad. Then mind, yeah, no, somebody else can do the thinking. And courage, no thanks. Somebody else can go first. So
Yeah.
I'll take heart. I'll follow you. I'm a great sidekick, but no, not courage to be the main character.
Well, and I think that's what made Lyra such a good, um, main character, was
Mhm.
because she saw all these flaws in herself too, and she was just like, "Well, I'm just gonna do the best I can and just try to get out here alive and help as many people as I can, because
Yeah.
I'm stuck in this situation, so I'm just gonna do the best I can."
Mhm.
And I did really like her for that.
Mhm.
Uh, okay, hang on. Dang, you guys, I love how many comments we're getting. 9,000 for a new engine.
Oh gosh.
I am so sorry, Wendy. My car's not even worth 9,000. I'd be like,
Right.
I oh, that's awful. I'll be praying that you get that figured out. I didn't mind the narrator. Oh, jeez. I like the audiobook. Wow, now I feel like I am just getting uber picky on book club picks. But I was also tandem reading for long periods of time. I just read and didn't listen. Okay. Maybe you already, like, concreted the, like, characters in your head, but when I first started reading this, I texted April, I'm like, "Mm-mm, this is not how Hades sounds. Why does he have a British accent?"
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
wait, you would give it more stars if the dog died? Straight to jail. I just needed something gut-wrenching to happen. I was really sad with
Right.
Boone, but then when that was like, he can come back to life, I was like, that, like, I don't know. I apologize that I might be missing a part of, some emotion.
Some emotion.
Sounds like you would love Mistborn. And that has been on my list to read. I really wanted to get to it, was it last month?
Mhm.
When Wendy and Yvette and Leah Beth, all talked about it. I really wanna get to that because I've read, uh, Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson, and I really just wanna read his books. I think heart for me as well. Courage for me. I wonder how this would relate to our Hogwarts houses.
Right? Yeah. Well, heart and loyalty.
Yeah,
So for
Hufflepuffs.
Hufflepuff,
Hufflepuffs.
right?
My Hufflepuff side of my
Yep.
blanket.
Yep.
I wanna say heart, but it's probably mind. Beth, you're smart.
Yeah.
You're really clever and quick-witted. Heart,
Mhm.
I think for me. Heart, I think too for me. Well, look it, we have some diversity. We can
Yeah.
we can put it all. Is there an awkward, goofy character? I'd be great in there. Yvette, you're also really smart
Mhm.
and clever. I'd say heart because none of the others or loyalty, which Hades said would be theirs. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hufflepuffs. Does it
Right.
is that, like, what, like, went with everybody's? Like,
Mhm.
if you were mind, are you a Ravenclaw? If you were courage, that's, Gryffindor, isn't it? I never
Yeah.
thought about that until literally I said it out loud.
Yeah.
That's why I love book club.
Mm.
Maybe mine. Basically, I know the gods would not choose me for the trials. Same.
Funny.
Oh, yeah. And they'd be like, "This girl, is not really I could
Take her
craft
back.
a lot.
Right.
Give me a glue gun. Watch out." Miss Bourne is so, so good. Brandon Sanderson is the best. I just have I think I'm waiting to read or, like, finish other series because I know I'll just wanna deep dive his stuff.
Mhm.
Micah was
Mhm.
gut-wrenching for me, just a sweet, trusting character who wanted to get home. I was
Yeah.
sad. It wasn't like
Mhm.
I was like, "Bye." I didn't feel emotion, it just wasn't I didn't cry, and I cry
Mhm.
pretty easily. So much gut-wrenching in Mistborn. Amazing. See? Look at you.
That's funny.
You like it too. I am a Gryffindor. See? Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, Ashley's a Ravenclaw.
Mhm.
Maybe you're smarter than you think you are.
Yes.
Slytherin here. Ooh, need to now I'm like, we really nee I could deep dive we'll pass. Maybe I
We'll
need to
pass.
I'm a Ravenclaw, so see, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Sam dazzles all the trials. They're like, "What are you doing?" "I'm blinging. Just
Right.
stop."
Guys, it's okay. It's shiny.
Wendy okay, I'll just say Wendy and I went to the midnight release of Onyx Storm, and we were able to, like, help with, trivia, and Wendy knew, like, everything, like, boom, 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 so I think maybe you would be a mind as well, because we ended up winning trivia. I did help, but Wendy was the reason we won. Um, because she is smart, so maybe you are mine too.
Yeah.
Okay, so this kind of goes along with it, but kind of not. So all the labors were deadly. I mean, like, technically not, but you could all everybody could die at any time. And there was 12. 12? I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's a lot of trials." Especially that you could possibly die at every single one. But which
Yeah.
one do you think would have been your ending, or which one would have been, like, your absolute worst had you made it to it? I actually didn't even really think about this, but I was just curious. I did write down every labor. Um,
Yeah.
but, like, honestly, some of them there was a lot more details to than others.
Yeah.
I really thought some of the, like, sayings on the walls were gonna mean something, so I got caught up in that. And so I probably would have died at one of those because I would have been like, "This means something." They said
That's
there's
funny.
not, like, one way to, like, do anything. 'Cause what there was one that says, yeah, "If you see the words, then weep." I was like,
Mhm.
"Cry, just start crying."
Mhm.
That was never an option, so I don't know if that would have worked. But that's what,
Funny.
like I so I probably would've been gone labor number 1.
That's funny. Oh my gosh. I would not have been good at that at the maze, the one that was like
Mhm.
in the whatever. I wouldn't be good at that at all. And then definitely not. I'm not afraid of heights, but the question and answers while I'm standing on a ledge and it moves,
Yes.
according to other people's answers and questions, I would freeze because I'd be like, they know more than me, so I don't know what to do. I couldn't have climbed down, so I would have just died.
I am super afraid of heights, but, like, sometimes I can handle it, but when you look down,
Yeah.
sometimes
Ugh.
my head will just I feel like I'm going to fall and pass
Yeah.
out. So I also probably would've just passed out. I mean, I
Yeah.
would've died at all of these.
Yeah. I would have
Um,
died all of them.
Honestly, like, the spiders and everything, I'm actually really not scared of spiders, so I think I would've been fine
Yeah.
with that one, but I know a lot of people hate spiders.
I
Also just,
get
like, any really, like, super physical things, like fighting,
mhm.
that would have been very hard as well. Also, the ones where, like, they played with your like, when you
Oh,
lost your
yeah.
flag
Mhm.
and then you would lose that, that would be really hard too.
Yeah.
It's like you're
Yeah.
already at a disadvantage, and then you
Right.
lose your mind and your strength and all of that. That would have all been very hard.
Yes.
Um, Bling and Yard everywhere well, I guess Sam was here.
That's funny.
Hey, maybe Yarn could have, like if you had to, like, go back and retrace your steps
Right.
somewhere.
Mhm.
I mean, maybe the bling, I could have, like, shined it in, like, a monster's face and, like,
Mhm.
it distracts them.
That's funny.
Oh, someone dies. Sam, no big deal. I have a craft for
I
that.
have a crap for that. That's funny.
Oh, we rock trivia. That we did. It was so much fun. Thank you for the compliments. Girl, you deserve it. We had the best time. I can't remember what the first trial was, but I think I would have died with the first one. I would have hated the one with the bugs and spiders.
Mm.
I actually feel, like, most confident with that one, just because that doesn't bother me. We did trivia ours to
Oh,
Pittsburgh
that's cool.
area. That's awesome. I'm so glad. I hope Barnes& and Noble keeps doing that for, like, every midnight release now, and I hope they do more series.
Mhm.
Any of the ones that required running, I would have died after 10 yards.
Uh,
I felt like almost all of them were physical.
yeah.
Like, I really thought it was gonna be a little bit more diverse, but it was like, "No, you have to kind of be smart and athletic in almost all of these." Um, and is the first one do they have to swim or
I
no?
can't remember back that far. Mm,
I
I
read
know.
it in the car, so my notes are, like, really
That's funny.
squiggly. Yeah, 'cause it's Poseidon's
Oh, yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
I can't swim very well, so I would have drowned too, and then I would have been crying because 'cause I'm like, "No, the words, it says weep."
Oh my gosh.
It says, "See these words, then weep." I thought I was so clever, and it meant
That's funny.
nothing. Uh, I would have been great at Dionysus, okay, I did write all of them. Ooh, the heart one. Oh, yeah, the vodka one.
Oh, yeah.
I would have drank all the bottles and said what was in my body counted as having been moved. That's what I
That's funny.
honestly thought someone was going to have done. That and I wondered since, like, it healed, if you drank it, would you have been immune to it?
Mhm.
Also, I know it's vodka, but all I could think about was Captain Jack Sparrow being like, "Why is the rum
Why is
gone?"
the rum gun?
I almost did
That's
that GIF
funny.
in the Discord because I was like, "I realize it's different," but to me, when they start, like, smashing it and using it and, like, "Why is the rum gone?"
Right.
There was a deeper meaning, if you kept the eggs wet, it would have worked.
Oh.
Well, I thought it was, like I thought that was literal, like, "You weep."
Yeah.
That's another loophole.
Yeah. The
The
sirens
sirens
would
would have
nab me.
nabbed me. Also, I guess, like, I don't know a ton of, like, Greek mythology, but I
Ooh,
did not know sirens had wings.
I don't know.
I always but I'm like, maybe there's different types of sirens, which very well could be, because there was a lot of creatures in this, but, I felt like I knew most of them, but when the sirens came in with, like, wings, like, feather-like wings, I was actually kind of surprised. I
Yeah.
was like, "I thought they were in the water. I have to be scared of them in the sky too."
Right. Oh, great.
I know, and was it, Diego, like, took off his ring? I'm like, "Oh!" That I was, like, actually really sad about, but then, you
Mhm.
know,
He was
apparently the
saved.
yeah, I am terrified of spiders. I would have died, spot on. Nope,
That's
big nope.
funny.
I remember us talking about that spiders too, and I was like, "Wendy wouldn't like this one."
That's funny.
Sam would be fine during Athena's her friend's head on a stake, no problem, not phased at all. But they said it was fake, right? They said it was like, cause the one girl could see through it, like, cause she couldn't see it. I don't get me wrong, if it would've been my best friend that I had a crush on all these years, I would've been pretty upset. Just not
Not that heartless.
but I didn't know him that well.
That's funny.
A superhero, but all her superpowers are craft related. Yeah. Some people see it as a superpower, but not the Greek gods.
Not the Greek gods. That's funny.
The trials were also creative. I appreciated that. Yeah, and to think of 12,
Mhm.
I just I'll be honest, when I was, like, flipping through, they didn't say like, for a while, they were saying, like, which ones. I did not think we were gonna get all of the labors
Right.
in this book. I really
Yeah.
didn't, and I was, like, shocked. But then once Lyra gets
Oh,
injured and then she
yeah.
missed a bunch,
Mhm.
then which that was one thing too. Granted, she almost died, but she got to miss, was it 3 trials?
Yeah, 3.
And I understand, like, she was almost dying,
Mhm.
but everybody else had to live through them in order to go, you know what I mean? Like, I get it, she still was alive, Samuel came back, but I was like, "She got to sit out 3 trials?"
That's funny. She's got a pass.
I was like, "Shouldn't she be, like, disqualified?" But apparently not, because, I mean, anyone could have died, I get it, but and I mean, it wouldn't be fun if the main character didn't win.
Right.
Yes, I agree, they were really unique. I mean, depending on how much you weep, you could keep the eyes wet. I am a good crier. Apparently not for this book, though.
That's funny.
Okay. Actually, this question might make me cry. Um, what okay, sorry, I'm trying to pop things. What would your, Elysium, AKA, like, heaven look like, or what would it be, or whatever? And, I was like, "I don't know if I should put this question, but I like to know, like, what people really love, like, what their favorite place on earth would be." Like, I mean, technically, I know, like, they couldn't have the people with them necessarily, but, then I started thinking about it, I'm like, "Oh, this gets, like, deep, deep," and I kinda love this question. So I apologize if I cry. Uh, it would be, for me, my grandparents' farm. I'm gonna cry. This, like see, I am an emotional person. It'd be my grandparents' farm. That is my favorite place in the entire world. I still have my sweet grandma. It's also where I ended up getting married when the pandemic hit. And it's just my favorite place on earth with my grandparents and my soul dog. And yesterday was the 2-year anniversary of losing my grandpa, but I just think about, like, that with my grandparents, and thank God I still have my grandma, but with my dog and my grandparents on their farm,
Mhm.
that would be mine.
Mhm.
So I know. I'm sorry if I make anyone cry, but I love this question and feel like finding out what people like, what really means, like, the world to you.
Yeah. Um, I I guess it would be like fall in the mountains, like a
Mm.
cabin in the mountains in the fall with crisp air, something not hot. I'm from Florida originally and I'm over it. So I live in Tennessee for a reason. So, um, but yeah, and just a chill, just chill because my life is chaotic. And so chill would be nice.
But would the cabin have Christmas decorations even though it's fall?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Christmas tree, Christmas lights, Edison lights all hung up, strung everywhere. Oh, yes.
And then
Christmas.
outside, fall
Mhm.
aesthetic.
Outside
Mm,
fall aesthetic. Yeah. Inside Christmas.
yes. I love that. Um, okay. Oh my gosh, sorry, I lose my spot so easily. This is not truly accurate to Greek mythology as we know it. I think it's one of the reasons she kept saying details mortals got wrong.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
an argument to make that it's loosely based on mythology. That's what I figured, and I really don't know specifics. I was actually joking with Matt, like, the most Greek mythology I actually have is, like, Hercules, the Disney of version. It's not, like, I have a little bit more than that, but I was like, "I think this is just, like, very loosely based," and I think when we got Hades in jeans and a t-shirt, that was our first sign that this wasn't gonna be, like, super based on it, but there's
Mhm.
sometimes that I was like, "I don't know if I should know this or if she just made this up."
Yeah.
But that's good to know. I think my heaven would be just me and my family, my husband and kids having a good time together.
That's
Aw,
awesome.
I love that. Hogwarts, that's a
That's
great
awesome.
one.
Good
Well, that's
answer.
a great one. And just think about, like, how big Hogwarts is, like, you just have endless time exploring it. It'd be
Mhm.
amazing. I actually started walking on my treadmill and doing the walk through, like, someone walks through Hogwarts Legacy and
Oh,
around and
yeah.
all that, and I'm like, "Dang, this is a pretty game." Like, and
Mhm.
then in real life, oh, beautiful. I feel bad now. Mine's just chips and salsa and sushi.
Nice.
Hey, sometimes it's just
That's
the
great.
simple things in life.
Yes.
And that sounds really good right now.
I know. I would love some sushi right
I
now.
haven't had sushi in forever, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to change that. I don't have a specific place for me, it's more about the people, and
Mhm.
that right there, oh, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Ooh, especially sushi. Hogwarts and sushi.
Hogwarts sushi.
Fountains of wine, yes. Let's add in unlimited chicken tenders for me.
That's funny.
A library inside a cabin in the woods near a lake. I love that. I want that in real life. Can I get
Right.
that now?
Mhm.
Matt?
Right.
Yes to the chicken tenders. Bushes with nerd clusters
Ooh,
on them? Okay, Yvette
yes.
now is changing to the Candyland.
Right.
The child with the Candyland theme, and then
Mhm.
all I think of is, like, Vanellope and Wreck-It Ralph and
Right.
all of that. That'd be pretty amazing, and you wouldn't get
Yeah.
cavities.
Right.
That's a plus.
Mhm.
Or probably stomach aches. I'm not
Right.
sure about that, but I'm assuming not. Yes, wine and coffee. Oh, coffee.
Coffee. Mhm.
Coffee in the morning, wine at night. You can't beat that.
There you go.
Beauty and the Beast
Ooh.
library.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, coffee.
Yeah, coffee. Mhm.
A place with unlimited art
Ooh.
supplies that I could paint all day long. Yeah. My grandma in her house has quite a few crafty things, so I'm sure we'd be
There you go.
crafting all the time. I would need, like, a room with a library though, because my grandma does not read, at all. She's like, "No, I'd rather watch a movie," and I was like, "Well, I didn't get it from this side of the family."
Yeah.
But that's where I get my true crime loving from, it's from my grandma. Gotta have my coffee. I adore Greek mythology in any form. The gods being more modern wasn't a stretch for me because of Percy Jackson. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, that's what I was like. I have been reading a lot more of Greek mythology. I have read the first 3 Percy Jacksons, and I really like them. To
yeah.
me, because they're, like, younger kids' books, I have to space them out or they get a little redundant for me, but I do really like them, and they do a great job of explaining things too. For for dum-dums like me, that I'm like, "What are all these?" And they're like, "This is the mythical creature of this, and this is the person that does that." I'm like, "This is so nice." I do wish this book somewhere would have had all the gods that were playing and their pics,
Oh, yeah.
because I was writing them down and it was just 13 gods and then 13, like, people competing. That is a lot of people.
Mhm.
And I didn't know who was gonna be important, and apparently I was like, "None of y'all. None of y'all are important."
Yeah.
My parents, my husband, sister, and niece with all my fur babies would have to be there. Yes, all my I mean, I said my soul dog, but that's just because he's the only one that's passed so far.
Mhm.
Knock on wood. My dog Graham gave us a scare this weekend, and I was like, "This is not happening. You will not do this to me," and now he is doing much better.
Good. Good,
Thank
good.
goodness. I moved in with Wendy. You gotta let her in, Wendy.
Right.
We could read, craft, go fishing, drink wine and coffee while we snack. Chicken tendies. I
Perfect.
love that. That is perfect. That is literally heaven right there. Um, it did get confusing with which champion went with which god.
Yeah.
Yes. And some of them like made sense, and then I felt like some of them were kind of random.
Mhm.
Um, and then also they were saying like, "Oh, blah, blah, blah gifted them this and then that," and I was like, "This would look really great in a spreadsheet if someone
Yeah.
wanted to do that." I think that woulda helped me too because I would get hung up on it, but maybe I'll have to make the spreadsheet.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't bank on it. Okay, for a little bit more general question, what is a favorite quote or scene? There were actually a lot of moments I really liked in this book, and I loved Cerberus, like and, like, here I did enjoy the different voices the narrator did
Mhm.
for Cerberus because that helped me, like, distinguish the different personalities a lot better, but my favorite part is when Hades showed up in that T-shirt that said what did it say about his dog? I literally quoted it. Doo, doo, doo. Sorry. You all are, like, probably saying it out loud right now. I put it in Discord because I loved it so much. Oh my goodness. Do you
See if I
remember what
can
it said,
find it.
April?
I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Oh, right
Um,
here. "Sure, you
okay.
can pet my dog." As simple as
Right.
that. It just says, "Sure, you can pet my dog." The irony, like, I live for that kind of stuff. That is so
Uh-huh.
funny. Um, but then, like, the fact that Cerberus loved her and
Mhm.
was obsessed with Lyra, I loved that. Like, I am an animals girly, so I was here for that. And,
Mhm.
I didn't want him to die. I just wanted it to be high stakes.
Yeah. That's funny. Higher stakes.
Yeah, higher stakes. Basically, a giant book club with girls' dinner in, Elysium. Yes.
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, could you imagine, like, we all have, like, our own little areas, and then every, like, night or whenever I don't know, how long do you think it would take to finish books when you're in heaven? Do you
Right.
think you would go through them quickly? You have to sleep? I'm assuming not. And then you would all get together and just hang out.
Mhm.
That'd be so much fun. Okay, April, I totally skipped you. I am so
Oh, it's
sorry.
okay. No,
I
it's
was
okay.
zoning out.
Um, I loved any scenes that had Cerberus and actually Karen too. So what however you say his name. The audiobook girl says Karen.
Mhm.
The and so but he was super awesome. Like I was here for the side characters in Hades' realm.
Yes.
So they were awesome. Their loyalty to Hades was just bar none. Like it was just super cool. And the fact that they kind of kept Lyra grounded too. Like they were
Mhm.
always like, yes, he might be deceiving you, but he's never done this with anybody else before. So, like, give him a shot. Like, they were always encouraging her or giving her tips. I mean, when he spilled it about Persephone, even, like, that was
Mhm.
a huge secret that Hades was keeping. And he was like, look, I got to tell you this because it was almost like, he was becoming Lyra's best friend and like Lyra's cheerleader for Hades. So, I really, really liked them. So, yeah.
Agreed. And I will say I did not expect Persephone to be alive still.
Yeah, no.
So, that I was, like, really excited about, and
Mhm.
so then after that, I assumed, like, the next book was then going to take place on that,
Yeah.
which I am excited for, and I did love because everything did wrap up, like, so nicely, and it was so happy, and I was like,
Mhm.
"Yay, I'm happy, something
Mhm.
happened," and then the epilogue happened, I'm like,
Mhm.
"Yay, it happened," because I was not expecting her to go and, get trapped
Right. Yeah.
in the T word.
Yeah. I said this to Sam. I was expecting a big huge betrayal. Like yes, everything ended happy and the his last thing where it says I'm sorry, Lyra. Like I was like, okay, next page he's going to like totally take everything back or totally destroy her or something. I thought it was going to be a big betrayal. But I did like the twist where she's, trapped. So,
Trapped with Boone,
with
which
Boone.
I
Oh
do love
lord.
Boone, so I am
Mhm.
excited for that,
Mhm.
so I am curious on what will happen with that. Um, yeah, ask to pet my dog. Yeah, or pretty much along those lines.
Yeah.
So that's why I have a blue tumbler I made, and it says, "It's not dog hair, it's canine confetti." 'Cause
That's funny.
I just thought it was fitting because Cerberus was my favorite, and all I could think is, "Can I pet that dog?" I loved his shirt, and then her and Cerberus getting along was so fun. He was my
Yeah.
favorite side character for sure. Yeah, I
Mhm.
didn't want him to die. I also
Mm-mm.
knew something had to be happening for him to be reacting that way, and, like, that made me, like, confused, but I knew something was getting tweaked with, like, there was so much foreshadowing and them talking about it, like, "Don't you think it's weird that so many strengths have been, like, used or been, like, all this?" And they're just random things that were happening, and I'm like, "This is gonna lead to something."
And I just go do do do. Keep reading.
I will say, Ashley did say in the Discord where her and I were both talking about it, we thought something with Lyra's curse
Right.
was gonna be more to it. Like, we either
Yeah.
thought she wasn't cursed
Right.
or because of her curse, that's why she treated people that way, but I thought that was even going to be
Mhm.
a little bit more prevalent. We were gonna find out some answers with that. I just thought that was gonna go a little
Yeah.
bit more deeper than what it
Mhm.
was.
Yeah.
Um, I would've liked it because honestly, everybody loved her. Everybody really
Mhm.
liked her. So that's why I'm like, what if she thought she was cursed or
Right.
she broke the curse and didn't know it, and,
Yeah.
like, she's just been pushing people away, but that was that was not it.
Mhm.
My favorite was Hades finding her throwing rocks at Zeus'
That
temple.
was so funny. Yes.
Well, and I loved it when Lyra, like, talked back to Athena because I was like, "This
Oh,
is me not being
yeah.
able to hold my tongue."
Mhm.
Oh, that would have been me, and people are like, "Don't you know, like, she could kill you." I'd be like, "Meh, well, do you see where we're at right now?"
Mhm.
I would have such a hard time biting my tongue. I loved her sass because she was so sassy, but, like, so loyal because she knew the gods were treating them so poorly, and it
Yeah.
wasn't fair to them, and I love that she was sticking up for the others.
Mhm.
I was like, "If something happens to Cerberus, I will rage." I would have
Right.
been really upset. I just after the whole Boone thing, I didn't think I think that's why I was like, "I just it's gonna be a happily ever after."
Mhm.
Which I do love, guys, I do love it, but I knew there was another book coming out, so I was waiting for that huge twist,
Yeah.
and there is a twist, I mean, I set myself up when I shouldn't have. "We're not butterflies to you," I whisper, "we're eternity." Also what Lyra said about love to Aphrodite.
Mm.
I think I highlighted this quote too, because it was I just love it. I love the butterflies. Oh, and, like, her tattoos and the gift
Yeah,
from
her
Hades'
tattoos were
mom.
cool. Yeah.
I wonder if that will play 'cause w did we find out, like, what happened to the tattoos afterwards? Like,
Not
does
that I remember. I don't I mean, they were just I don't know.
but does she still have them? But the butterfly one didn't go to her. I also thought that was gonna
I don't know.
now I wanna reread it to just, like, deep dive stuff more. Now I'm like, "I miss stuff." I love the different personalities of Cerberus.
Mhm.
Yes, I was not expecting that, and I loved it, and I also think of Cerberus as Fluffy from Harry Potter,
Yes.
too. I
Mhm.
just all three-headed dogs, I just think of now of just
Mhm.
the same, but, like, I loved that they were such drastic personalities, but they all cared for Lyra.
Yeah.
Yes, they were, and like you were saying with, Charon or whatever,
Yeah.
you posted in Discord about him being like everyone pictures him like the really old, and so when they're like, "He's
Yes.
actually really young," and all that, I'm like, "No, he's not."
Right. Young and handsome. I'm like, "No, he's the one from Percy Jackson, and I can't unsee it." So
Yeah, they all have to be creepy and, like,
Right.
look old and
They're
withered.
in the underworld,
Yeah,
like, you
and
know.
I don't care if Hades is young.
Right.
There
Right.
that's like I did agree with that.
Mhm.
Um, Chiron is pronounced closer to Charon. Okay,
Yeah.
Chiron. I'll say it wrong no matter what.
Yeah.
I apologize. I did feel like things wrapped up perfectly for her. And I will say, it is pretty cool that she is the goddess of the underworld, like,
Yeah.
or the
Yeah,
like,
that's
basically.
awesome.
I mean, I wanna cosplay that.
Right.
I wanna be that for Halloween. That's
There you
really
go.
cool. I also
Right?
don't trust Boone, not sure why.
So when he became a god, I was like, okay, here's the big downfall. Like here he's gonna like turn major villain and it's gonna be this mass chaos and Hades gonna defend Lyra. And like I kind of was thinking that too, and it was like, oh, we're just best friends and you're God, yay, you know. So, but yeah, I don't quite trust him either.
That makes me excited. Because he was, like, too convenient. He was,
Mhm.
like he came in so easy. He helped her. He gave her, the teeth that, like,
Yeah,
saved her multiple times. Like, that was such a huge deal, and that's why I'm like, I know she's unlovable, but obviously this guy cares
right.
about her. I will say, if any guy friend zoned me and then kissed me, I would punch him. Heck no. That is not okay. You do not friend zone somebody and then kiss them. Uh-uh. No. That's after that, I was like, "What?" Like,
That's
I reread it because I was like, "That is so weird." And then I just kept
sketchy.
going down and Hades like, "He kissed you." And she's like, "It wasn't the same." I'm like, "I'm sorry. My best friends don't kiss me."
Right. Nope.
That to me was just a little different. I will I don't know why. That bothered me. So now I'm like, maybe he's trying to do something with that.
Mhm.
Shocked Cerberus was your favorite, completely and totally shocked.
That's funny.
I mean, if anyone didn't like him, I'm sorry. He's my favorite now. I side characters have been, like, a staple in fantasy books, and I think they'll
Mhm.
forever, like, hold a special place in my heart. I
Mhm.
think my heart will shatter to pieces, Yvette, if Boone ends up bad. I like him so much,
That's funny.
which he is the god of thieves now,
Right?
and I feel like when you become a god, that has to do something to your mind. I know Hades is
Uh-huh.
all great, but I think that's because he has to deal with the souls of the underworld.
Right. But Zeus hit Lyra with a lightning bolt
This
because
is
he
true.
was mad at her. Like, come on.
Yeah, they're wild, they're hotheads, they're
Right.
evil, they're scheming,
Mhm.
they're not nice. So that
Mhm.
I actually love
Mhm.
that. I love that so much. Touch of Darkness is a similar series I really loved.
Mm.
I'm gonna
I've seen
gonna
the cover.
why does that I'm not gonna look it up right now. I'll get sucked in. I'm definitely gonna look into that more. I c Hi, Corinna. I came to say hi and hop in the shower. I'm not listening because I wanna read the book. Just a hello and goodbye. Well, hi, thank you for
Hi.
stopping by. Yeah, we're all into spoilers right now.
Mhm.
Her curse only seemed relevant when she needed it. So many people liked her, so very confused how it worked.
Yeah.
Same. Also, I was also confused because she had this curse, and because of the curse, the sirens couldn't see her,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Well, this is why Hades picked her," which was smart. But this was, like, the very last labor of the very last part.
Mhm.
Like, I realized that every other champion, like, got picked up, but, like so, like, what would have happened then if they all died? They're like, "Haha, no winner."
Mhm.
Like, so, like, that was the part that, like, I don't know if it's a huge plot hole or, like, that's what I was like, I just don't know if there is plot holes or if this is stuff that's gonna get answered
Yeah.
because to me, that's not a big enough part, you know? That's, like, one part of one labor of
Mhm.
12 labors.
Yeah. But he did see her as her queen, as his queen. So he had a little bit more than just that because he kept seeing different outcomes, and all the outcomes, most of the outcomes still showed him as, or still showed Lyra as his queen.
Mhm. Which
But
I am curious how, like, long he had been watching her too, because,
yeah.
like, he was invested in her.
Yes.
Like, he
Mhm.
was pretty much in love with her, and it's like, well, how like, he's calling her
Right.
my star and all that, and it's like, is that just because of, like it's not a prophecy, but, like, because they saw and he sees her in so many scenarios, like, is that when he started, like, looking into her?
Right.
Or I'm assuming so, but, like, how long ago was that?
Yeah.
I need more answers.
Right.
I think that's why I 5-starred it. I'm a sucker for his sassy, grouchy, FMC. I get that. I
Yeah.
do. And I did really love the characters and, like, the idea of everything. I am just such, like,
Mhm.
a deep diver, like, stuff, and I feel like I just need these answered, and hopefully they are answered in the next book, which that would
Mhm.
completely reroute a bunch of stuff for me if it is. If it's not, then yeah, I still like it. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna be like, "I wish I never read it," 'cause I liked it for Cerberus.
Yeah.
And Hades wearing his t-shirt. I don't know why. That is, like, my favorite scene.
It's so
It
funny.
was so unexpected, and the irony, I love it. Even Hades' dad was supposed to be
Mhm.
hot. Yeah, it's just everybody well, I mean, but to me, like, Greek gods and everything, like, I just think of, like, good-looking people, and then I feel like
Yeah.
the gods are really vain too, and, like, they would just also pick, like,
Mhm.
good-looking people.
Yeah.
Um, she couldn't be loved, it didn't mean that no one cared about her. I
Yeah.
think she said she did it to protect herself. Yeah, and I know there's a difference, but to me, it's, like, the same. Like, caring is a form of love,
Right.
but, I mean, for Boone to give up his, like, what was it called? Like, relic or whatever, like, to me, that's not just, like that's like a friendship love that's super deep, but
Mhm.
I don't know. Now I'm like, was he
Right.
planted by someone? Did,
Exactly.
like
He played on the fact that she told him that she loved him.
Mhm. Like, he found out all this information, and then he became very convenient to the story.
Right. Right.
Watch, we're gonna be so wrong, and we're gonna be
Right,
like,
I know, right?
"Oh, okay. We love
Mhm.
Boone. He's just a good
Right.
guy. We're trying
Right.
to make him a villain, but he's just a good
Right.
guy."
Yeah.
I'm okay with all the characters
Mhm.
being hot.
Right.
I would watch this if this was a show or a movie. I would
Mhm.
totally watch it. Um, and I think that's too, like, a lot of these trials are so intricate and the creatures are so, like, different than what I originally expected. So, like, getting a visual of that, I'm such a visual person, I think I would really enjoy that. Do I
Yeah.
think TV shows and movies do books justice all the time? No, but sometimes that's what I live for, fan art. I live to see, like, how people pictured it to help even, like, add to the illustrations in my own mind.
Mhm.
Sam being friend-zoned and kissed. I don't
She
even like,
fights
I
him
don't
on
think this ever happened. I was like, "Does this happen?" I just think that's, like that's just such a rude thing to do, like, he
Mhm.
knew she had a crush, and then, like, he was like, I know you love me, stop saying it, stop," and then he was like, "I'm gonna kiss you." Like, what?
Mhm.
That bothered me. Don't do that, guys. Also, what happened to Hermes? He just disappears, seems sus. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's why I was like, "Can you just, like, take that?" I know he's, like, the king of gods and everything. I was like, you could just lose the option of being a god anymore? Like, is he a
Mhm.
demigod? Is he just mortal? Like, is he dead? What happens? I want the answers.
Mhm.
Yeah, the kiss with Boone was creepy, and how it ended, now I'm wondering about Boone. Sorry.
Right.
But I think that's a great theory. I think that's amazing. You guys are making me overthink about Boone now. He could be sneaky. I mean, he's already super
Mhm.
sneaky. Also, he has to know quite a bit about Lyra because he stole that painting for her, and
Right.
she's like, how could he know that I would like, I liked that and stuff? I'm like, "Wait, that is kinda weird."
Mhm. Yeah.
This has me super excited. I think Hades was also very intrigued by her overall. I mean,
Yeah.
someone that's throwing stones at a temple, no after they're already cursed, I'd be like, this chick sounds like a great time."
Right.
Especially for a god, like, watching someone that, like, breaks the mold of normal mortals, and she already has, like, a crazy job, like, as a clerk and managing all of these thieves.
Mhm.
I mean, I find her super interesting. I wonder if the unlovable part is more romantic love, not friendship loved. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm guessing so,
Yeah.
but to me, I'm like, "Girl, you just pushed all those people out of your life because you thought you were unlovable," but she also felt like her parents, like, didn't love
Yeah,
her, they
didn't love
faked
her.
all that. Also, when, like, Hades said those things, where he was like, "If you wanna be with your parents, go be with
Right.
your parents. If you wanna do that," I was like, "What? Does he not remember those conversations?" And now knowing, like, he was doing it to break her
Yeah.
heart,
Yeah.
that I was like, "That makes more sense." Because I was like,
Right.
"What did
Like,
someone, like,
why
do something to him?" Because
right.
that's
Like, why would I wanna go back to my parents if they don't love me?
yeah, and,
What
like,
do
they
you
had a
what
whole conversation about it.
right.
So and who the Oracle was, yes.
Yeah.
'Cause of her pointing out that she still didn't know, and she's like,
Yeah.
"I'll find out after we rescue Persephone, it'll be fine."
Mhm.
Bet
Yep.
she didn't see that coming because you didn't go see the Oracle.
Right.
Sorry.
That's funny.
I have to take care of kids. Thank you so much for letting me join. Thank you for joining. I'm so
Yes,
glad you
thank
were here to
you.
chat. Have a
Mhm.
good night. I know, I promise we're almost done. We know I'm chatty. Does anyone know how many books is projected to be in this series? I think it's only 2, but that's all you can see so far. I think it's considered a duology, which to me makes sense. Like, they really set it up for another book, and I right now, I can't foresee it being 3,
Mhm.
but I could be wrong.
Mm.
I don't know 100%. So if someone does know and, like, they have, like, an author blurb, let me know, but as far as I know, there's only 2. Um, oh crap, I think I get it now. Lyra was not able to love herself because she was supposed to be unlovable, so she closed herself off from love, which is why the siren almost saw her when she realized.
Mm. That's a good point.
I
Mm.
want to, like, maybe I will have to read this one day. Maybe I'll reread it right before the second one comes out.
Yeah.
'Cause now I have the theories. The theories are going. Hermes is still the god of messengers. Oh, well, does he well, there's not gonna be a crucible anymore. So, I also,
Mhm.
like, I wonder how did they say, like, which gods decide to be a part of the crucible? Like, how do you
I
decide
don't
they
know.
get to be a part of that?
I can't remember.
Um, he's suspicious. He's looking so sus now.
Mhm.
I do love
I
Boone,
turned
though.
everyone on with him. Yeah.
Also, though, like, during the trial where or the labor where he dies, he, like I thought they couldn't go around. Like, there were so many times, like, you can't leave and I know that they were talking about, like, her pearls and stuff, but I was like, "Are you supposed to skip? This is where I am a rule follower and I would die." 'Cause I would just assume you have to go through every phase. Like, you don't get to just
Right.
walk around it, and obviously that didn't work out for him.
Mhm.
But I also thought, well, like, why are you just following him to, like, leave it and stuff, you
Yeah.
know? Like, why aren't you trying to, like, talk about it? But she was like, "Oh, yeah, it's that." I don't know.
Mm.
That's where sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I'm fully understanding what's actually happening and what the
Mhm.
rules are or the fact that there are no rules. But I'm such a rule follower that I kinda get stuck up on that. Mob mentality, take him out.
Yes.
I honestly would love that if he went evil, just because I think that would be an epic twist.
Mhm.
I still love him though, I would love him as a villain. I love a good villain. Uh, you just got us all, uh, teamed up to take out Boone. Plus, like, I mean, he was given his heaven, and Hades asked him, like, "Would you like to come back?" I mean, as a god,
Right.
but, like, yeah, that's wild, like, that's a
Mhm.
huge, huge gift.
Yeah.
Like, not a demigod, not a "No, you're gonna be
Yeah.
a god."
Right.
I mean, at first I was like, he could have just been in, like, his own little like, corner of heaven, but a god? Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'm still Team Boone. I will be the only one on his side until proven wrong.
Until proven wrong.
Oh, just wait. If he goes bad, I'll be like, "Boone, Boone, Boone." Like, I will be on his team. I'll be like, "Yes,
That's
character
funny.
development in the wrong direction."
That's funny.
But the kiss thing was weird. I don't wanna say, that really bothered me, but maybe it was meant to bother us. All
Right.
because, like, maybe he was trying to do it to, like, prove that Hades wasn't nice?
Yeah.
So it could have been, like, a night I don't know. I did like
Mhm.
that it made Hades mad, though. I did
Yeah.
enjoy that. I was like, "Hee
Yeah.
hee,
I liked
jealous."
the jealousy. Yeah. I
I
really
love it
liked the
when men are
jealousy.
jealous and not toxic, like, not
Oh,
I
no.
just wanna
No.
point that out, not toxically.
No. The "who kissed you" kinda
Yeah,
jealous.
just the, like,
Mhm. Right.
"What do you mean you don't like me? I thought you liked
Exactly.
me."
Right.
I kinda hope it's just a duology or a trilogy would be fine. I don't like when series drag on.
Mhm.
I love long series, but I just feel like this one is meant to
There's
be
not much.
it's supposed to be short.
Yeah.
That's just how it feels to me.
Mhm.
It's the 12 major Olympian gods, so basically the ones most people would know except Hades. Okay,
Got it.
that's what I figured, but then I was also like, "What do I know about Greek mythology? Is Boone going to be Dane?"
That's funny.
God fucking damn it, Dane. We won't talk about this. April hasn't finished Onyx Storm, and I don't know how many of you
Sorry.
have either, but
What's next? I
I
had to put
also
it down to
wonder
do this.
I also wonder if there'll be more we find out about her and her parents. I thought maybe we'd find out she was a
Right.
demigod. She fell into Styx and said only gods could survive this. Yeah, I just feel
Yeah.
like there was so much they were leading up to that we didn't
Yep.
find out. I'm
Yeah.
assuming we'll find out in the next book, but if we don't, the ratings will stay the same because I'll be like, "Nah." It's
Yeah.
just it felt like to me I thought we were gonna get a lot more, but hey, book 2 might, like,
Mhm.
completely blow me out of the water, and I will happily take that.
Mhm.
It was so many theories about that, even her eyes
Yeah.
were like Hades and the matching axes. Yes, there has to be more. There
Yeah.
has to be.
Yep.
She can't just, like, lead us all up to just not have something happen with it. The storyline so far doesn't seem to line up for a long series.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I'm good with. I do not need another long series,
Right.
and if this wrapped up and every, like, questions and, like, plot holes we feel now is answered in the next book, that would make me really happy.
Yeah.
Um, with that, what a perfect segue. The Things Gods Break, book 2 comes out in September this year. Will you read it?
Yes.
Yeah, I this definitely now has me, like, moving it up. That's
There you
why I
go.
love chatting about it because we
Mhm.
all pick up on different things, and I'm still keeping it at 3 stars until some of these get answered, and then
Yeah.
if things are intertwined and I pick up on them as, like, book 2 comes out, I might bump this one back, like, up a point, but
Yeah.
I will be reading it eventually. Maybe I'll
Mhm.
wait for a couple of you guys to let me know. Um, Ashley's gonna be reading it. The matching axes seems to be
Ooh.
more soulmates thing to me. I love that too. I am all for
Yeah.
fated mates. Like,
Mhm.
I love that trope.
Mhm.
Which that the whole cover now, I love it when like it has meaning.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mhm.
And I do love the art. These are absolutely incredible. They need to do that with every book.
Yeah.
Yay, Tina will also yeah, I'll read it. You bet, holding me accountable, and she rated it 0.5 stars higher than me.
That's
Absolutely
funny.
gonna read the next one. Beth, I'm gonna have you read the next one since you're so fast. You'll be, like, done in a day, and I'll be like, "Cool.
There you go.
Do I need to read it right this second, or can I wait?"
Mhm.
I do wanna get the pretty edition, so
Yeah.
I'll probably buy it. I just don't know if I'll read it.
Yeah.
Definitely. I did love this one and know some of it was the trials in Hades with her being separated from him. I worried I wouldn't love it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was actually expecting a lot more Hades too. And
Mhm.
I think that's where, like, I'm okay with insta love, but I was like, I want more of them together.
Mhm.
She's just doing a lot of these trials and she's not getting a lot of downtime with Hades people. I'm guessing it will be more dual POV since Hades is on the
Yeah.
other side.
Good idea. Mhm.
I hope they do that and they get a great male
Well,
author.
yes, please.
Or not author, narrator.
Mhm.
That'd be so good. And a graphic audio. I would love a graphic audio.
Mhm.
I will happily be your test reader, Sam. Perfect. We don't have that long to wait. I mean, September seems like pretty
Yeah.
far, but that's not awful. It's already projected. You can pre-order it. That to me makes me a happy bookish girly.
Mhm.
I'm not pushing Rebecca Yarros on Onyx or the 4th, Empyrean series. I'm not. I'm just saying the unknown is hard. Even if she said it's not coming out until 2027, I'd be like, "Okay,
Right.
we got a year, like a date to kind of," but I'm not pushing her.
Mhm.
Yes. I'm pretty sure she probably has a lot of it already written, so we're like, "Are you still taking suggestions?"
Right.
Um, okay, we will quickly go through this. What other books would you recommend for people who liked this one? To me, this was very much like Light Lark.
Yeah.
Um, and I kind of, like, gave Light Lark similar rating too. But I, plan on, continuing, with it. I also think if you want some higher stakes trials, Serpent in the Wings of Night,
Yeah.
The Red Queen, I really like too, and those are both, like, different spins. They're not Greek mythology, but they have the trial aspect. I mean, even Trials of the Sun Queen, I was like, "Wow, actually, we've read quite a few in this book
Yeah.
club that have trials." I
Mhm.
swear I don't hate them. Um, April, do you have any books that you would recommend?
Yeah, I was thinking Light Lark as well because it was, and I loved Light Lark. So like, that kind of thing. Obviously Percy Jackson series. If you
Yes,
don't want to
so
read
good.
them, watch the show. The show's great on Disney
Mhm.
Plus. The movies are great too. But Percy Jackson, you know, I said this to Sam earlier. I do feel like that even though this had spice, I felt like it did read a little YA.
Yes.
Um, maybe because of the narrator, maybe because of the short chapters, maybe because of like little things, but still it just felt more not Serpent and Wings and Night. Like
Mhm.
that was like dark high stakes. Like
Yes.
yes, this was high stakes in death and stuff, but like like a different type of high stakes in Serpent and Wings of Night. So,
Yeah.
but
And even though I haven't finished the whole Throne of Glass series, like, Throne of
mhm,
Glass, the book itself, it has, like, trials and all that,
yeah.
but yes, I agree with it felt YA with, like, spice and,
Mhm.
the dialogue and just all that, which I love a good
I
YA.
love YA, yeah.
But yeah, Serpent in the Wings of Night, like, that is high stakes, and that is maybe I'm just dark. I love the dark, and I mean, this had dark parts, but to me, yeah, it was like you could take out the spicy scene and, like, the swearing and easily make it a
Yeah,
YA show
yeah.
or book.
Mhm.
Um It reminds me of the Hunger Games with the trials, yes, definitely
Yep.
the Hunger Games, Bookish Daddy isn't on here anymore, he said it was like what did he say? Hunger Games meets I don't remember now.
I can't remember.
Uh, but yes, it was like, definitely Hunger Games vibes. I haven't read Light Lark. If you liked this book,
Mhm.
I think you would really enjoy that.
Yep, I do too.
And that one, I will say, like, aesthetic, like, it just seemed extremely like, pretty, very
Mhm.
nature-based. Um, what else? Like, the magic system was really cool with that as well, and I'm trying to, like if you I don't ever know, like, what to call this, like, made up time period, but it's, like, more castles and, like,
Yeah,
knights and, like, not modern. I don't know why my brain is always, like can't think of, like, the time period that would be, but more those vibes, then I definitely recommend Light Lark. And if you ever wanna go back in our Discord and go through if you read it,
yeah,
totally do that.
yep.
Have not read it yet, I will have to read it this year. Yep,
Yeah,
and if you
you
guys go
should.
in the Discord, you can definitely do that because I love to see how everyone progresses through it. A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair, Crowns of Nyaxia series. Yes, Crowns of Nyaxia is like Serpent in the Wings of Night, that's the
Yeah.
whole series, and A Touch of Darkness, gonna jot that one down. If you like the Greek gods aspect, Percy Jackson
Oh,
story-wise, I would lean more Powerless. Yes,
yes.
yes, also Powerless. Um, I do say before you read Powerless well, I read Red Queen and The
Yeah,
Hunger Games before Powerless, and so I
right.
did not enjoy Powerless as much because it felt very much like those other 2.
Yeah.
So maybe read Powerless, but then read The Red Queen because I really liked that.
Yeah, I would say if you're gonna read Powerless and you haven't read Hunger Games, read Powerless first, just for the different spin, then read Hunger Games.
Yeah. I just I really wanted to love Powerless, and the people who really seem to love it haven't read The Hunger Games or The Red Queen,
Yeah.
because I had read both of those, and I was like, "Wait, it's very similar.
Mhm.
Very, very similar, but very,
Mhm.
very, like, very
Very
good
good. Mhm.
if you like that kinda stuff." Phantasma has trials games with ghosts and demons.
Mm.
I knew I wanted to read that book. See, I
Mm.
actually like that stuff. That wasn't the part that I didn't like. Uh, Percy Jackson, Touch of Darkness, spicy. Yeah, you guys, I'm sold on that now. That's not gonna don't have to overthink that. Trial of the Sun
Yep.
Queen, Fourth Wing Gauntlet portion. I did get, like, Fourth Wing vibes and, the fact that they just all could kill each other, like,
Mhm.
Dex kind of gave me, Jack Barlow vibes.
Yes. Mhm.
Harry Potter number 4, Maze. Every maze that's in any book, I think
Yep.
of Harry
I think
Potter.
of that. Mhm. That's what I
I
thought
think
of
of
that maze, and I was like, "Yep, nope, nope, couldn't survive that one.
It's
Nope."
literally what I think of every time too. I just
Oh,
think of
yeah.
the gauntlet or
I
the
thought of
goblet of fire.
I think, Yvette was gonna say Lore Olympus maybe, but yes, I thought the same thing, like, Lore
Oh,
Olympus helped me, like, connect the gods and who's what, like, with Demeter and Persephone and, like, Hades and the
mhm.
love that was between Persephone and Hades, like, Lore Olympus helped my brain kind of place them together, so
So, my sister-in-law, I asked April for, a graphic novel because I know she absolutely loved one, and she said Lore Olympus,
yeah.
and we couldn't find it at Barnes& and Noble. They only had, like, the first 3 together, which was, like, $80. I'm like, "I don't wanna test the waters with an $80 set." But, my sister-in-law has been able to get them one at a time, and we're able to find them at the used bookstore, and I was just telling her about this book, and
Mhm.
she was like, "Oh, yeah, you would really like Lore Olympus," which I do plan on reading because she's
Yeah,
staying with us, and she has the first 5 books because they're technically a webtoon,
right.
but she said that they tie up nicely per novel too, um but that has been very high on my list because she's like, "You need to read this so we could talk about it."
And there
Um,
might be another book that's just called Lore, but that where I saw Lore, I
that
my
yeah.
brain finished Lore Olympus. So
I also felt the same way with feeling a little YA. It gave me nostalgia of old YA books I used to read. Oh, I love
that's
that.
cool.
Good to know. I'll add all these suggestions. There's a lot. There's a lot of books that have trials in them, and I think there's so many unique ways that they do it. I really liked the Greek gods in this, because nothing really seemed off limits either, so you really didn't know what was coming. I thought this book read very YA, so I was confused with all of a sudden, like, they were about to go out, and
That's so great.
I did feel like I understood why, like, it was rushed and, like, so that didn't bother me, but I was like, "Dang, girly pop, like, you just let that." You're like, "I'm finally loved." I'm like, "We're don't give it out." Like, come on, but then I was like, "It's Hades, I would
Right.
too." Like, just for bragging rights, people, come
That's
on.
funny.
How could you not? But yeah, that's how I I was like, "Yeah, no, there's, like, no spice." I'm like, "Never mind, this is definitely not YA."
Yeah.
And I guess that's what confused me too because I was like, "I thought this was an adult fantasy."
Mhm.
But yeah, up and minus, a like, the 1 chapter and, like, a couple scenes, it
Right.
really was very YA. Phantasma was good if you want a darker turn on it. Well, it sounds like you guys know I will. I
Mm.
do want that darker aspect. Loved Powerless, haven't read Reckless yet.
I haven't either.
I thrifted it, so I will be
Mm.
reading it. Not probably soon. I don't know, maybe soon. I won't get into it because I was if you guys saw my TBR right now, you'll see. I'm all about good spice, but it fell out of nowhere. Trials were 5 stars, relationship needed to have been built up better.
Mhm.
I agree with you, wholeheartedly. I personally didn't like Powerless, loved Red Queen. Yeah. That's how I felt too. And then when I had just read Red Queen and then Powerless, I was like, did she
It's the
just to
same
me, it
book.
felt very copied, but you never know what inspires things.
Mhm,
I read Hunger Games years ago, but haven't read Red Queen. I've heard other people say the same thing though. Yeah.
mhm.
And I mean, I still liked Powerless. The characters
Yeah,
I thought were really good, but a lot of the plot felt a
mhm.
little too close to those other
Yeah,
books.
yeah.
I read Hunger Games years ago, haven't read Red Queen. I did love Powerless so much, I bought pre-ordered the whole series.
Oh, nice.
And I see, like, when people say it's very similar to the Hunger Games, like, I saw that, but to me, I was like, if you read the Red Queen, it was almost, like,
Wow.
exactly. Um, and I loved the Red Queen, but I did like the aesthetics of Powerless better than the Red Queen, if that makes a difference too. Thank you. I know, we're just I actually I'm heading to bed now, good night. I thank you so much, Tina, for joining.
Yeah.
Um, yes, Lore Olympus is good for the mythology portion, but I actually meant Lore by Alexandra Bracken. Another one I shall add to my list. He called her my star, like, her relationship developed personally. Like, their relationship development personally. Oh, sorry, I
I
read that weird.
like.
I like their relationship development personally.
There you go.
I was like, my brain was reading it, but my mouth was not. Um, yeah, and I think it was, like, a nice change for a little bit from a lot of books, uh, but it's just I'm a slow burn girly. So I was like, "This is okay too. This is
Mhm.
I'm okay with it." I like Hades. Do we get possible sneak peeks for the next read hanging out the whole way? Why, yes, you do. I will say real quick while we have you guys and I'm not chatting forever, Onyx Storm discussion will happen in 2 weeks from tonight. I would gauge 2 hours for that. It'll be a long Monday night. We will probably cap it off at 2 hours. If that we I will announce a time limit in the very beginning,
Yeah.
but it will not go over 2 hours.
Mhm.
Um, and I will say, just for self promotion here, if you want to do a full Zoom discussion, my Patreon, the Spark Society, will be having after this YouTube discussion a full Zoom discussion, not only of Onyx Storm, but the games gods play. So if you want to join my membership for $5 a month, we have Zoom discussions, so you don't have to type it all out. But we also want you to participate here too. So
Yeah.
please come here. Then you can come up with all the ideas. As for March, we are only giving you guys 2 choices.
2. That's
2.
it. And you
Just
need to pick the
because
right one.
and I there's no pressure. You guys can vote for
There
either
is
book.
pressure. Just kidding.
I wanna read both of the books, but there's only 2 choices. So, our options are either Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling. If you guys don't know, I've had this on 2 different times now, or is it 2 been 2 times or just
I
1?
think,
Or is
it
this
feels like 5, so I don't know.
so I really wanna read this book, so it'll either be Fear the Flames or it will be the Book of Azrael by I
Mhm.
gotta wait for it to go back. The Book of Azrael by Amber Nicole. That one, I think the whole series is completed, or at least there's, like, 3 books already out of that series, so it's a backlisted well, I guess I don't know what's considered backlisted. I guess technically I don't know the author well enough. Sorry, I'm rambling now. It's been out for a hot minute, but that's a book we've both been really, really,
Yeah,
really wanting to read too.
yeah.
So we're only giving you 2 options so then we get to knock off ones that are high on our TBR.
Yes.
Um, the vote will happen on our Instagram, which is Tales of Starlight Book Club. It's linked below, if you're not already on there. But uh, voting will happen. I guess we can do it tomorrow. I guess I
Yeah.
got nothing. I can do it tomorrow. Um,
That's funny.
and it'll also be in Discord. I normally let you guys vote in 2 different places just so that, you stay active with all of our Tales of Starlight social media platforms. Um, but yeah, I'm excited. Woohoo! I guess I was just woo. Yay. 2 hours. I need 2 weeks. I
That's
know.
funny.
I have a feeling our Zoom discussion is gonna go on for hours too. That's why I was like, maybe I can coax people to come join us and we'll all chat and then we'll be there like 10 hours. I talk too
I
much
thought
for Zoom. You could be in the chat, but I would love to hear all your theories. Sam's TBR is too long. You don't even want to know. I have like 15 books for the month of February. I'm like, there's no way.
that's funny.
I want to read them both. Yeah,
Hmm.
same.
So do we.
Yeah, that's why we make you guys choose too, so then
Yes.
we don't have to pick. I read that one, so I'm voting for the other.
You read Fear the Flames?
Yeah, I know she did. That's why I was like, dang it. Wait, just wait.
Now.
Yvette, if I don't get to read this book, I'm just kidding. I'm very excited. I will read this no matter what. But I
Yeah,
like
same.
chatting with you guys about it. That's the thing I miss is like I want to pick books that we can chat about too.
Hmm.
Finally, a whole series. Oh, I'm gonna like be eating my words. I know there's like at least 3 books out of the Book of Azrael. I know some of you guys want to be able to binge them all, and I'm like, I'm gonna wait because I can't add any more to
Hmm.
my TBR right now. I want to read both of those. Yay! So you guys can decide because I'm not going to be. I never vote. I make you guys vote. Unless, I don't know, maybe this time if it comes down to a tiebreaker, we know which one I'm gonna pick.
Right.
I got this for Christmas from my sister-in-law, and I was like, yes, I finally have it. I waited for so long. Well, I can't help it if you guys didn't pick it. I was like begging you to pick
That's
it,
so
and
funny.
we always picked, but I will say, like, the Games Gods Play was a great
Yep.
pick.
Hmm.
Quicksilver was a great pick. There's just been some like good picks.
Yep.
The Book of Azrael is on Kindle Unlimited. It is. It is.
Nice.
I know which everyone is going to be like, I'm going to get that one, which I totally understand for book club.
Yeah.
But I'm just telling you, dragons.
Right.
Dragons. Fear of the Flames is not. And dragons.
Right.
Sorry.
Dragons. Worth it.
I did,
She
rude.
voted for it.
I know. But you, well, like, at least we got good picks. And now
Yes.
I'm like, watch, this second book is gonna of the Games Gods Play the Crucible is gonna like blow my mind. I hope so. I would be
That's
so
funny.
excited. If
Yes.
it's not picked, I will buddy read Fear the Flames with you. Perfect. I love
Yes.
that. So this will be for March. So um Onyx Storm is a bonus this month in 2 weeks, and then we'll have the whole month of March, and the discussion will either be the very last week of March or the first week in April.
Yeah.
So, yes, I need all see, you're my people. I know you want the one because it's on Kindle Unlimited, but I really wanna read the Book of Azrael too, so
Yeah.
I will be happy with either. That's why we only did 2, so that
Yeah.
I don't have to be bitter anymore. But thank you guys so, so much for being here. We truly, truly appreciate it. I cannot wait to see what we pick tomorrow. And the Discord I normally do a little bit longer too, so it's longer than 24 hours. But thank you guys for letting us fill up your Monday night with some fun book talk. And I hope to see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Wait, I just missed that. Okay. Oh man, I'll be in Japan, so I should vote for
Ooh.
the one I already read.
There you go.
Do you want to take me with
Yeah, we'll
you?
meet you over there.
Thanks for hosting. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Yes, all the books, all the talking. I love the Discord, everything. Thank you guys. Have a great night. I'm so glad it's not late for you, Yvette.
Right.
I love you guys. I'm so happy you guys joined. I just requested Fear the Flames on Libby. Yes, my Libby does not have it. I have to buy the audio.
Yeah.
Tokyo Disney
Oh,
I'm gonna
yes.
live for you to be there. That is awesome. Ugh.
That's so great.
You got some time to plan if you need anyone to chat about crafts or anything?
Right. Uh-huh.
I almost wore my Hercules Mickey ears tonight. I should've.
Aw, you should have.
But Hercules wasn't in this, so that was my only thing.
True.
But okay, guys. Good night. Hope to see you next time.